In another huge announcement from Upland, boats and fishing, they're arriving in 2026. That's right. For the first time ever, water is going to become playable territory in Upland. This expands exploration. It expands the economy. We're going to go over this announcement just like we always do from a 10,000-foot view. Make sure you come over and read all of it. I see many people with questions that are answered in like the first few sentences. So come read it, be informed, help out other people who may not have read this yet, and make informed decisions here. Let's talk about fishing. Let's talk about boats. Let's talk about troves. What does this mean for troves going forward? I think one of the coolest parts of this announcement is we dive a little bit deeper into troves and say what can be looked forward to here with troves and how they're going to work, in befriending uppies, etc., etc. Okay, let's jump into it. First up, let's talk about troves. In fact, here are some fishing troves right here. So you're going to be able to go out on the water and you're going to be able to fish. What do you get on the water? Well, troves, fishing troves. Fishing troves are going to be used across the economy. Different waters are going to be equal different fish. You can see there's a variety of fish here. And actually, if we scroll down further, there's more variety of fish there. So fishing where the fish are going to migrate as well. What waters they're in, lakes versus oceans, Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, the Gulf of Mexico. It's the Gulf of America now. Fish, there's going to be a wide variety of them. You're going to have to go explore to find them. So very, very exciting. Different waters equal different fish. Fish migrate, so exploration will matter here. Now, how do you fish? Well, you cannot fish from the shoreline. Boats are required to fish. You can only fish from a boat. The question is, why should I fish? Well, there's some use cases here, and this is where we start to unveil for the first time ever what you're going to be able to do with troves. So obviously troves are going to be the items to which you utilize to befriend uppies. If you remember, we've talked about this in previous announcements. When the uppie gameplay comes, you're going to be able to find uppies on the map, and uppies are going to send you on missions, and you're going to have to fulfill those missions. You're going to do that via troves that you have. Troves are not NFT. Troves are account bound. You have to go and explore and find them. You'll be able to go to different service structures, buildings across the map and collect troves. You can imagine more common troves are going to be easily findable. More advanced troves, you'll have to do stuff like fishing for. So you're going to go out into the ocean, capture some fish, and then you're going to be able to come back to service structures. That's right. Some people have wondered, why do you have so many fishing service structures? What is going on here? Because fishing is going to be a big part of troves, and you're going to be able to go to the market and turn in your troves to maybe, let's say you have a couple troves that are hard to get from fishing troves that are hard to get that you had to go out on the deep sea in order to get. You're going to be able to trade those fishing troves in for a gem trove or a rarer trove or a more desirable trove or a trove type that an uppie may need, that you may need to go to turn into your uppie and eventually befriend them. But stay tuned for more details on that. Obviously, the rarer fish is going to require deeper waters, different types of waters, etc., etc. But this is the first time. I like this part the best because this is the first time we're unveiling, hey, service structures matter. Service structures, some service structures are where you're going to be able to exchange different types of troves for different types of things. Now, if you can't go out on a boat, let's say you don't have access to a boat, well, then you're going to be able to come to the supermarket, the fish market, even a restaurant, even a pet shop. A pet shop, wink, wink. That's that's an Easter egg right there. Is it an Easter egg if you call it out, though? I don't think it is. But you'll even be able to turn in your fish to pet shops, etc., etc. And you'll be able to come here if you don't have fish to get fish, trade in other troves to get these fish. It's going to be a whole system. Very, very exciting. So how does fishing work? Well, here's a shot of one of our biggest fishing vessels. This is the yacht fishing vessel. And this is in the middle of the ocean here. So you're going to deploy your boat from a marina. Marinas are what house boats. You cannot house your boat on land. You must have a marina in order to house your boats. Where are marinas? Well, the first marina is going to be in San Francisco, the Genesis City. And when you get your boat for the first time, it will come with a marina during this first sale, this first bundle here. And you will place your boat on that marina, and then you will be able to explore the oceans, the lakes, rivers, etc. attached to said marina. You go out, and you will then be able to fish. Now, there's no guaranteed catches. In fact, I think if you look at these troves, there's an old muddy shoe. So there's no guarantee. you're gonna have to go explore, and you're gonna actually have to participate actively in order to catch fish. This is not supposed to be something that's passive. It is an active gamification that is coming here for fishing. So really, really fun. Now, let's talk a little bit about marinas. Here are marinas right here. You could see these are marinas with boats docked at them, or marina slips, as it were, but shorthand here is marina. You can see you can indeed put more than one boat inside of a marina as long as size permits that. So you can see there are 2 skiffs over there on that one marina property. So you can house as many boats as long as the property size, the boat size allows it for. So again, location is very, very important here. Now, can you develop marina properties? The answer is no. You cannot develop marina properties. These are strictly for housing boats. No development capable. And these are where you'll park your boats. Now you have to have a marina in order to have a boat. The first bundle of boats will come with a marina. Again, San Francisco is going to be the starting place, with more marinas coming later to other water cities in the future. Here's an example of, you can see just right off Marina Boulevard in San Francisco, this is what it's going to look like from the top down for the marina. Really, really cool. Now, do marinas contribute to your neighborhood score? The answer is no. It may in the future, but as of right now, it does not. No transportation score. You could imagine there are very limited properties that would give certain neighborhoods an extreme advantage if you were only able to, if marinas counted that way. So as of right now, marinas do not. Maybe one day in the future, something will be figured out there. But as of right now, I don't think there's any plan to count those. So these, again, are strictly for boats. So if you have boats, you want boats, you need boats, you will want and need a marina. That's how they go. So let's take a look at the different types of boats. So you can here's a good screenshot of all of the boats in the water. What's really cool about this is this is the first vehicle type where the NFT screen is different than what's on the map. What is on the map, remember, because on a boat, when it's on the water, a lot of the boat does not show. On the NFT screen, you see the full boat on the full screen preview there. On this, part of that is under the water here, so really, really cool. But there's different types of boats. So smaller boats can stay close to shore. Larger boats can go further out. So for instance, on a lake, most boats can go everywhere on the lake, even the smallest boat. Unless maybe not the Great Lakes, I don't know. But let's take Lake Tahoe, which is in the game. Every boat will be able to go there. And anywhere on the lake, no problem. You can see there's smaller boats here all the way up to these big boats. The big boats are the ones that are able to go deepest into the ocean, get some of the most unique troves, fish troves that there will be. Here we have the skiff. This is the smallest personal watercraft here. Here's a front view of it and a back view of it. Looks fantastic. I think the skiff is amazing. These are built to go on lakes and just off the coastline. They obviously can't go too far in to the ocean there. We have a speedboat. The speedboat now is the same size class as the skiff. In that it can only go the same places that the skiff can go. However, speedboat, speed is its advantage. So when troves come and you go fishing, you are going to have to explore different areas. Again, we said fish will migrate. You got to find that area. So having speed, you're going to have to travel to those areas. Think of how car travel works right now, something to that effect. And being there faster is going to yield you an advantage. Speed, so speedboats, while they can only go the same places as skiffs, they have the speed advantage there. We then have the larger boat, the pilot house here. Now, the pilot house is one of my favorite looking ones. I love this thing. This can go deeper into the ocean, obviously. Can go further offshore. Not as fast as a speedboat, mind you, but doesn't matter. It can go further. So it has more capabilities that way. And then we have the creme de la creme of the fishing vessels. This is the fishing yacht, and it can go deepest into the ocean. You can see this bad boy is, I mean, it's the biggest boat in the yard. So we are holding our first boat sale here. The registration is Thursday, Friday 19th. The sale starts Friday, February 20th. Now, you can only purchase one of 3 bundles: the speedboat, the skiff, or the pilot house bundle. Well, I want the big fishing yacht. How do I get the fishing yacht? Fishing yacht comes as a prize in 2 of the bundles. So the skiff, here's the skiff bundle right here. It is $50. There's 200 available. You're guaranteed 1 skiff and 1 marina property. There is no chance of winning the fishing yacht in this bundle. The speedboat bundle, you get 1 speedboat and 1 San Francisco Marina property, and there's a small chance at getting a fishing yacht in this bundle. And then finally, the pilot house boat bundle. There's only 50 of these available. There is 1 pilot house boat, 1 San Francisco Marina property, and you have a higher chance of winning. I'm reading right off the screen here, a coveted fishing yacht instead. So that's key to note. You don't get 2 boats if you win one. You get it instead of the other boat there. Now, it is important to note the fishing yachts are larger than most of the marinas out there right now. So if you are a winner of a fishing yacht, after the sale, you will be dropped an additional marina property. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 if you win. You're going to get 2 marina properties, essentially. And one of those marina properties, the second one that will drop to you manually, will be able to house your fishing yacht, the larger vessel. So stay tuned for that. Very, very exciting. So bottom line here is water has now become a usable territory, or is going to become a usable territory in Upland. I think the most exciting part of this is what we've introduced here and further revealed about troves, what we further revealed here about service structures, how those are going to work. It brings exploration. It brings real strategy here as to what you're going to be able to do, another activity to do on a day-by-day basis inside of the game. Some players will specialize. Some players are going to be fishermen, period, all day long, every day. That's just how it breaks down. Very exciting to see who's going to be that. Brings a whole new economic layer here with troves, again, with service structures and how those work. And finally, property location, marina properties, they matter. And matters, you're going to be able to access the oceans, the lakes, the water, bodies of water that you are connected to via your marina. So this isn't just a side feature. This is an expansion, really, of Upland, of the total usable area, the total explorable area. It's an expansion of troves, and it does drop in 2026. And I hope you guys can see each of these announcements we are dropping ties everything together more and more. And there's more coming here soon, so stay tuned. Would love to know what you guys think of fishing, what you think of boats. Let us know in the comments. Let the community team know. Let us know in feedback. We're always open to it. That's going to do us for today. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you in Upland. Bye-bye.